JT is here. Jason Turner is also a fellow member of the Hair Hall of Fame with me. Just a great head of hair. Anyway, JT, let's talk Forward LA for a minute here. This is what I know you personally, so I know how much you care about your community. And it's not just people that you insure. I mean, you're involved in helping these businesses sort of get back on their feet. And I've been to a few of them. So, and look, you and I went through these fires together. I mean, everyone in this community
I remember talking daily.
It was devastating. Yeah. So how soon after what happened did you get going on Forward LA?
Well, I think, it all started with just reacting like everyone else. Having lived through the ordeal personally, my family and I live in Brentwood, so we were the town just east of the Palisades, and so watching in horror.
Evacuated but not devastated.
Correct. And so my heart still just breaks for everyone that's been affected. People we do know, people we don't know. But we tried to jump in as quickly as possible. First and foremost, LA is our home. It's where I grew up. It's where the company that I started 31 years ago began. So this is our community. These are our people. These are our friends. And so, anything we can do to help people without any business, at all, is just, our first and foremost, our approach. So, we think of rebuilding LA as something that this community has to deal with every day. It's on people's minds. And, when we think about the resources that people need, and
look at this picture. I mean, when you say resources people need, this is just devastating.
Unbelievable. Still to this day. But the resources that people are striving for or reaching out for, a lot of that is answered with insurance. Whether or not you are affected and you lost your home and you have an insurance claim that you're trying to navigate, you're dealing with legal issues, you're dealing with insurance carriers and regulatory issues. These are languages and challenges that people aren't familiar with. And so our first and foremost, our approach in the beginning was, how can we help educate people on what to do, when to do it, why to do it, and
to make it easy.
And to make it easier. So
it's so overwhelming. You're like insurance, like, I have to have it, but God, it costs, and it's like.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. It's massive. So we put on a couple of different programs, both in the Palisades community and the Pasadena community, just to kind of bring out some professionals or subject matter experts, legal, insurance, and help people learn about what was going on, what to expect, whether or not it was navigating a claim, whether or not it was navigating any third party with vendors on recovery or reimbursements. So that was the first focus, is just get in there and help our community learn and navigate.
What have been some of the ways that you have really, enjoyed helping? I mean, we've Steve and I made a visit to Cinque Terre, which was a great Palisades restaurant.
Yeah,
that was their home. They lived there, and not even a mile away from their restaurant. And now they're in Venice. They've relocated, and they have Palisades right up there on the wall. So people come in, they're like, "Hey, we're back." But I mean, helping that, those people, that couple, it's got to mean a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't count it. It's just like, what can we do? Like, we don't look at the numbers. We don't look at the just, can we help people, and can we make someone's life a little bit easier than it would be? How
do you help them? So how do you help?
It's just been, first of all, offering free advice. Whether or not it's legal advice, it's insurance advice, getting them in touch with an insurance adjuster, or an insurance professional, helping people navigate to this day. I mean, everyone still is kind of in a state of flux. And even though there is some rebuilding going on, a lot of people are still looking at bills to pay that they haven't gotten reimbursement from the carriers with. So it's it's big. It's still a big issue.
What does good insurance look like?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like what's if you're looking for it,
Yeah.
especially after what we've been through. And by the way, there isn't enough of it.
Yeah, I think
Southern
there's,
California.
There's two issues. Number one is, historically, homeowners have purchased insurance without a whole lot of thought going forward. Like no one really would have ever thought that what we experienced, back, 8+ months ago would ever happen. And statistically, it was kind of that 1 in 1,000 event. Now we know today that we didn't know a week ago that it was triggered by an arsonist, right? So that does change the conversation a little bit, but everything that happened from that point forward was massive. So good insurance, to answer your question, is getting the appropriate amount of insurance to cover your home in the event that there's a total loss and you need to rebuild it. So what people are experiencing today is there's a bit of a gap between what they had insurance for and what it's going to cost to rebuild. So if you had 1,000-foot home and you were insuring it for $300 a foot, and today you have to replace it at $500 a foot, that $200 a foot gap is either going to be absorbed by the homeowner or someone else, and it's causing some displacement. Whether or not it's emotional, financial, it's causing a gap that people have to,
How can
rectify.
you navigate someone out of that though?
So there are, depending on the type of insurance, there are some carriers that are bigger and better than others, but sometimes there's ways to navigate and try to find some way to lessen the gap, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And others is just, there is no alternative. They have to somehow, rectify that. But good insurance starts with the proper amount of coverage in the event that you need to replace the house. So replacement cost valuation is really important. The second is, getting insurance from a reputable carrier, a large enough insurance carrier that can absorb these losses and ultimately pay these losses.
Yeah. Some people shined. Some companies really shined in the LA fire.
Some people have shined. One of my favorite companies who's the gold standard in this industry is Chubb Insurance.
I have them.
Thank God I have them too. You have them. Others, unfortunately, did not.
No, I mean, you and I personally have a lot of friends who were affected. I mean, hundreds affected. So many houses gone. And the worst part is some of them had great insurance and some of them did not.
And the other thing is we have a community out in the Pasadena area where the insurance carriers there have not been stepping up to the plate. There's still a lot of concern.
We're looking at Altadena right there. I mean,
and there's still almost a longer road of recovery right now, and people are in need of resources to help them navigate those situations. So I know we have mutual friends out there too that are still kind of in limbo. So it's a large issue. It's an issue that's going to plague this community for many, many years. And Venbrook, my firm, we're hoping to just help any way we can. I think that the solutions going forward are, we need more product. We need carriers that come back into the marketplace to support the risk going forward.
Are you optimistic that they will?
I am optimistic that we have a good chance to find a carrier, to bring in a carrier that's new to the marketplace that could help absorb some of this exposure. I have a lot of confidence in that. And I think...
Do we have any information on we can tell if a tsunami is coming. You know, we have the NOAA will give alerts and we have... Yeah. Is there anything happening that you may know of ground temperature and, whether it's some Uber driver angry kid who starts a fire or it is global warming or whatever you want to say, that we know about it right away and we can put it out and it's not still going underground when it looks like it's out. And
I think...
Can AI do this or something?
I mean, I'm not smart. I'm an insurance guy. I'm not smart. I don't know if AI what they can do in forward. I think the bigger...
Because the big carriers, I'm thinking, are like, we want to know that we're...
First, the modeling is the modeling. Carriers are always modeling, what the risks are. I think the more important conversations and topics are, what can we do to mitigate future risk? So whether or not it's clearing brush, whether or not it's these power lines, so like, where are these power lines going to ultimately end up? Are they going to stay above ground? Are they going to go below ground? That's a big issue. We've seen it not just in our fires in the last, earlier this year, but fires in past years have all been, triggered by power lines, or that's been a component. So risk mitigation is critical. Clearing brush, power lines. We also have to, future talk about, our fire department. Obviously, they're incredible individuals, and it's a great thing. Making sure that they have the right resources to do their job, right? So it's a combination of things. But the modeling will only take you so far. The risk mitigation will take you further. And then of course rebuilding with the best of materials, making sure that dwellings or homes are sprinklered when they can be. There's a host of things that we can do to help going forward, making sure that or help us to where this risk is lower tomorrow than it was yesterday.
It's amazing. Jason Turner is the founder and president of Venbrook Insurance. Start in his 20s, just a 20-year-old kid like, I'm going to start an insurance company. Now there's like 600, 700 employees and all kinds of, subcontractor folks. It's quite a business. And really with the Forward LA movement that they started, it's about, leading with your conscience and leading with your heart and doing the right thing. And the business sort of builds itself after that. It's really one of the great missions.
Well, thank you. And Forward LA is our nonprofit that we formed. I credit Brooke Lace, who's our chief marketing officer. But we want to establish that entity as a nonprofit, as a way to give back to the community from any business that we develop going forward, from the fires or related, and use that as a vehicle for us to kind of, like I said, give back.
It's amazing. JT, thanks. Keep the hair going, buddy. Great man. Just go to venbrook.com/hotmics. And you can get connected with an insurance expert for free, someone to help talk to you, walk you through it, so it's not so daunting.
Hey, thank you so much, Billy. All the best to your future successes.
You
really appreciate
your wonderful Brooke, your marketing executive, brought some pastries in here for my birthday, and the Dunlop's disease.
We forgot the candle, so we'll have to just...
She has more faith in my figure than I do. Thank you so much for that, Brooke. We love you, man. Hot Mics with Billy Bush, presented by LA Golf and Venbrook Insurance. Take your swing to the next level, and we will see you the next time. Huggies.